And so I'm not going to ask you about the Kentucky crosstabs poll. I am going to ask you what we should make of the device that Mr. McConnell's using, and what is the substantive takeaway in your view?
Okay, there are a few things. There are a lot of things to talk about here. One is that it's obscene for Mitch McConnell to compare himself to Barack Obama in that regard. Now, Barack Obama is atypical in that he's a descendant of slaveholders on his mother's side. But does Mitch McConnell really want to talk about how, if you're looking at the single largest grouping of people who are descendants of slaveholders, you'd be looking at African Americans because of the institutionalization of rape of black women during slavery. And so most of us could say the same, that we're descendants of slaveholders. And so
you're saying you're observing the historical fact that if you go down this road of ancestry, black Americans,
that's right,
have, to put it in Mr. McConnell's terminology, the descendants of slaveholders because they were institutionally raped as a part of sexual slavery.
That's right. That's right. And so the whole foundation of the question of reparations, at least as it pertains to slavery, is to repair the damage that's been done, beginning there and passing down through successive generations. And so, no, that doesn't get you off the hook, Mr. McConnell. And it's an obscene kind of inversion of a very traumatic and morally troubling aspect of American history.
He also seems to be trying to say through this device to the public, well, a debate over our history will get very potentially, allegedly, confusing very quickly. But there are other...
Not really.
I think what he right. No, you don't think so, and I think you make a very good point. But he's sort of trying to say that. I put up on the screen here the NAACP rating of his civil rights record. In other words, history is relevant also for how we live and what we do. And he has an abysmal record on civil rights, which would be a difference between him and Barack Obama in terms of what they're doing with their power in office.
That's right. And also, if we're going to talk about this, like Barack Obama has inherited race as a headwind. It's something that had to be navigated in his life. And Mitch McConnell, race has been a tailwind. And when we talk about, like my friend Ed Baptist in his book, The Half Has Never Been Told, there's a whole body of literature on this that historians have written about the ways in which the wealth generated by slavery has passed down successively, not just through individuals, but through institutions and corporations and so on. And so when we look at these questions, it's not kind of abstract that we can just go, oh, let's muddy the waters and we don't understand what's happening here. The moral lines are very clear. And so maybe this is an attempt to distract from the entry of Ms. McGrath into this race, but it has the potential of actually going down the roads of some very ugly historical paths that are no more beneficial to him, I don't think.
What do you think is the message to people who want to overcome, to use